Hi, everybody. I apologize for being late. Hold up. Let's see if I have another YouTube link open. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started here. I'm just prepping everything, so I do apologize for being late. Let me go ahead and get us going. Over here, hit that like, guys. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring cults. Exploring. Researching. Debunking. Investigating. Being nosy. Super nosy. Being messy. Being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me. The chick with ADHD. Unmedicated. But quite educated. Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
I'm laughing. Shout out to hold up. Marissa's like, dang, that song convinced me to hit the like 5 times, girl. I'm just laughing. Oh my god, y'all are amazing. Morris, thank you so much for this. Shout out to Morris. Thank you. Okay, I already hearted it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Ronan, go watch your UFC. We'll be here for like an hour. Shout out to you. You don't have to be torn. Watch your UFC. Come on now. You don't have to like be torn. We'll be here. It is what it is. Welcome. Y'all, I have no convictions and just got bullied into giving my cat dinner early. Shake my head. Your cat bullied you? Or you just said, because it's not like the cat's going to talk to you. This court is really bothering me. It's not like the cat's going to talk to you. Like, did the cat say you feed me now or what? What happened? What had happened? Oh my gosh. Welcome, everybody. So am I reaching correctly that the VG is using the minor bus accident to silently highlight the DV that she's been experiencing? I don't know. So shout out to, hold up, let me see who shared it with me at the Discord. Shout out to Saidala. Saidala shared it with me, right? And I was like, okay, so how do we go from like the bus to now DV? Guys, let me know. We'll get there. I have a lot of questions. First of all, I'm still trying to figure out what's up with Terrence Howard and everything. But hey, we're gonna get there. Okay, Joe, thank you so much for this. Joe, thank you. Let me put that little heart in the comment. If it refreshes. Thank you, love. Shout out to you. Stephanie, thank you so much for the $5. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you get bullied by the cat to feed early? Let me know. It's her messing with my bed frame that really gets me heated. But then it's like, what happened to Terrence Howard? Look, I'm a fan of Terrence Howard. I'm gonna say this. I am a fan of Terrence Howard. Um, but after last night, I was like, oh, okay. All right, Terrence Howard. I don't know what to make of Terrence Howard. Mm-mm. Hey, Terrence kept his man card. Okay, LOL. It's the simple fact that these people be going to these parties or they get invited. And I don't know. The industry is so freaky. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. Oh, Ronan, thank you for the 2. I hope you have a great stream. I'll rewatch. Ronan, don't miss your UFC fight. Go, Ronan. Like, why are you still here? Thank you for the $2, but please go. Do your thing, love. If the novela was on and you guys were watching the TV novela, I wouldn't make you choose me over your novela. Do your thing. Do your thing, Ronan. Shout out to you. We'll be here. Okay, you should have looked more closely at the terms and conditions when you got your cat. You said I used to be like, he looks too much like my ex. Really, Berlin? Oh my gosh. Well, this morning we woke up to some Terrence Howard news, but before we even go there, let's do a little voting because we got much to review. Let's start with, and typically depending on what gets the most votes, I tend to vote that way, or at least set up the stream that way. Terrence is 2 R's, right? Terrence Howard. Then we have the California Hanta-Virus. Yeah, y'all, that's a trip. And the people are saying it's a link to Gene Hackman. So we got to talk about that. Oh, to link to Gene. Believe it or not. And then we have this Virginia situation that I don't know what to make. Terrence Howard and Diddy. Go vote and hit the like button right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's where we're at right now. I'd like to know. I don't know. You said, oh man, what I miss about Terrence Howard. Well, this morning, Terrence Howard woke it up. Terrence Howard woke it up this morning. So we have to talk about him. Are you? That the Val Kilmer, of course, his death this week was just a little bit like, wow. May he rest in peace. I knew that Val Kilmer he had like throat cancer and then he had, some other stuff going on and whatnot. But yes, where the vote, I'm not getting the vote. Janine, it's in the chat. You guys can vote there. You all see it? Let me know if you see it. Okay, we got Terrence Howard and Diddy leading. The Hanta-Virus, the Virginia situation. Okay, I want to know. I marched in the hands off of 2025. It's amazing. My favorite, you said, Val movie was Tombstone. Oh, I thought his death was that's what a lot of people were saying too. Hey, dirty bitch, where have you been? I've had too many margaritas and I'm yelling F you, Terrence, to my TV. Girl, shout out to you. Shout out to you, love. She says she's yelling at her TV. She's like, what's going on? Oh my God. I don't know what the Terrence Howard thing is, says Archie's mom. No worries. But we're going to get to Terrence Howard. I am your Huckleberry. How are you, Storm? Shout out to you. Oh man. All right. So 2025 has turned out to be quite the year. Okay, we got some good votes over here. 55%. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. We'll start with the California Hanta-Virus situation. All right. So about 2 days ago, I saw that there was this like thing happening online, social media specifically, that was saying that, California, they had like reported 3 deaths of Hanta-Virus. So of course, my mind kind of went like, what? And then, of course, I'm hearing everybody say, yo, like this is crazy. But there is an actual press release from the county, Mono County Health, that's basically, and I did a short little video on this, that's basically saying that there's 3 people that have died of Hanta-Virus in like the last, I don't know, week. 3 people. Now, I know this is one of those things where it's like, well, I thought it was a rare, Hanta-Virus was rare, but no, I guess not. Maybe it is. Maybe to have all 3 at once. Now, the thing is, though, about this, let me see if I can go right to it. So they did the press release. And it basically says that they had confirmed the third death to Hanta-Virus in the town of Mammoth Lakes. Now, Hanta-Virus is a serious, often fatal illness, which I was thinking in my mind, I wonder, is there anybody that's ever survived Hanta-Virus, or is it like an immediate death sentence? Do we have people that are able to catch it up early and are able to kind of like, I don't know, is there an antibiotic for it? I'm not really sure, but let's be real. This is a situation where, we hear Betsy Arakawa, Gene Hackman's wife, who died of this illness, and now it's like we're paying attention to what other illnesses are out there, right? So I just something to keep in mind, right? Just something to keep in mind. But what I found so interesting here was when you read the timeline of events, it's very similar to Betsy as well. So you have these three individuals that looks like they might have died all at the same time frame that Betsy died. People in Arizona have survived Hanta-Virus. It's only 40% fatal. If you catch it early, see, you and me both. Because until Gene, Hackman's wife, until Betsy, who I would have never known about a Hanta-Virus. I know that, like, sorry, you guys, I'm trying to like get myself comfortable. I think I need a new chair. I know that, like, we know that rodents carry diseases, right? Like, we know that, you can get diseases from rodents. I just didn't know that it was like this, You said it's a virus. Antibiotics won't help. If they caught it early, it's supportive care of the organs through it. Thank you, Nurse Janice. So I was thinking, I was like, well, I guess there is no antibiotics for. So how would they treat it if they catch it? It's just taking care of the other organs. You said it's comparable to Lyme and ticks. I never heard of the thing. Listen, never heard of the thing. You said Yosemite had some deaths from it about 10 years ago, but some people lived through it. And I'm imagining that even if you survive, you might have like some complications from it, right? Like it might be a thing where, you know, certain organs might not work all the way because of it. I'm just thinking in my mind that it's that serious. But anyways, so here it says Hanta is a serious and often fatal illness which people can get through contact with infected deer mice or deer mouse droppings, urine, and saliva. Deer mice are widespread in the East Sierra region. A third case of Hanta pulmonary syndrome, each of which have been fatal, is tragic and alarming. This is what a doctor for the county said. We don't have a clear sense of where this young adult, so this was a young adult that got this virus, okay? We don't know where this young adult may have contracted the virus. The home had no evidence of mouse activity. We observed some mice in the workplace, which is not unusual for indoor spaces this time of year in Mammoth Lakes. We haven't identified any other activities in weeks before illnesses that would have increased this person's exposure to mice or their droppings. We've been aware of this suspected case for some weeks, but it has taken time to obtain testing. The occurrence of 3 cases in a short period of time has me worried, especially early in the year. Historically, we tend to see Hanta-Virus cases later in the spring and in the summer. So, Betsy Arakawa, it's believed that she might have contracted this, virus sometime in the last week of January, and then it progressed, right? Up until, she died, which they said was, I'm sure that they've changed it now to February 12th. So keep that in mind. So that she was living with this for that many days, right? Probably wasn't feeling her best. That's what they said. We don't know, but she calls a doctor and they're not saying that she wasn't, like, it's just so weird how all of this kind of works out. But anyways, so this guy was young and there was no mice in his home, but there might have been some in the workplace, which then makes me wonder, are other people then, infected with this situation? We've been aware of the suspected case for some weeks, but it's taken time to obtain testing. The occurrence of 3 cases in a short period has me worried, especially early in the year. Historically, we tend to see Hanta cases later in the spring and in the summer. We've now gone about a month without any additional suspect cases, but remain concerned about the increase in activity. We believe that deer mice numbers are high this year in Mammoth and probably elsewhere in the eastern Sierra. As an increase in indoor mice elevates the risk of Hanta exposure. Therefore, it is crucial to take precautions and follow the prevention steps outlined below. And then he further says, I want to emphasize that as far as we know, none of these deceased individuals engage in activities typically associated with exposure, such as cleaning out poorly ventilated indoor areas or outbuildings with a lot of mouse waste. Instead, these folks may have been exposed to during normal daily activities, either at work or home. Okay, many of us encounter deer mice in our daily lives, and there is some risk. We should pay attention to the presence of mice and be careful around the waste. So, what do you guys think? Let me see. Hold up. And then it says right here, this is the other ongoing investigation part. Each Hantavirus case is investigated by local and state public health officials. Each of our recent cases lived and worked in Mammoth Lakes, experienced illnesses beginning in February. Okay, so beginning in February, when a person has died, we can only talk to people who knew them about the places they were and things they did in the weeks before they got sick. We know that one person had numerous mice in their home. No evidence of mice was found in the other two homes. In all three cases, there was some evidence of mice in places they had worked, but no major infestations were found. Investigators did note that one person did some vacuuming, and so I guess when you vacuum and there's like mouse droppings, and it's believed to be Hantavirus, it does something to the air that it increases the infection part, right? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. A virus is the body healing itself, not contagious. It can be treated with natural medicines. Okay. You says it will cause build retention, so they would give you medication to offload the buildup on the lungs. Gotcha. Huh. That's interesting. So the time frame is interesting. Okay. That's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not sure I believe this virus rat mice has been around. Just say that. Let's see. Why does rabbit always start with the option that gets the lowest results in the poll? It's a great question. It's the topic that hopefully I'll get through quicker. And that's why, because I know the other ones, it's going to definitely mix in a lot of conversation. And I want to allow a longer conversation for the other topics. Shout out to you, Andrew. When someone gets a Hanta or a Lyme disease, it's reported to the state. Huh. Yeah, that's why they recommend hazmat suits. Interesting. Saving the best for last. That's right. Yeah, that's right, Mama. That's right. That's why I do that. I might change it up tomorrow. You never know, though, because I do be changing things up sometimes, and you guys get mad, but that's okay. Okay, so that is what we have. It's interesting how their death dates, it's closer to Betsy's as well. So a big coincidence, possibly. I don't know. What do you guys make of it? What do you guys think? The internet is a buzzing over this. Does anyone remember the movie Outbreak? That's where I first heard of the Hantavirus. No. Who was who started in the in that movie? I've never heard of it. Let me know. Rats, mice has been around a long time. Wouldn't there be lots of people getting viruses? I think it's a specific kind of mouse too. I was looking into this. Hold up. I was Googling deer mice just to see. And immediately when I pulled deer mice, I mean, they're kind of, it sucks because they're like the cutest ones out of all of them. I hate to put it that way. Let me show it to you guys. So, it's like the cutest mice. Yes, there was. Not too big here. But oh man, don't make me sign up. Okay. Listen. not known to carry Hantavirus are these big ugly ones, but the cute one is the one. So if you see a cute little mouse, I'm not afraid of mice. Honestly, I'm not. I know some people are deadly afraid of them, but like the cute one that carries the cute one is the little one. The cute little one is the one that carries the Hantavirus. So yeah, certain forms of it. I mean, so, not known to carry. These are this, but the deer mice is the one that carries it. And it's a two-tone type of thing. I mean, that's sad. I mean, they look alike too from this mouse. So if you see a two-tone type of mouse like this, I would be worried about it. These are more like this is like a brown rat, black rat. Some of these are like pet mice, right? They can live like, people have them as pets too, or they live in basements and stuff like that. But yeah. Ooh. Let's see. That's where we leave them alone. Let me know what you guys think. I personally think it's BS. I don't think she died from that. I think there's some nefarious activity that has something to do with their property in New Mexico. Really? You know what? Real sassafras, you're not the only one that believes that. Yeah, the one with the white belly. You're not the only one that believes that, sassafras, honestly. I've heard it too. I've heard people said, there's more to this. And honestly, I'm kind of there too, but that's just me speculating. I don't really know. I wasn't there, Thank you so much, Diddy. Diddy, thank you for helping me meet the goal. Thank you, my love. It's the like button is still looking light. Is still looking light, peeps. Gotcha. Yeah, go hit the like button. What are y'all doing? All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hit the like. I guess we'll find out what happens. I mean, it sounds like the daughters did hire somebody, to look into their home and look into, investigate everybody, which I mean, I think that's good, It doesn't sound like we're the only ones, clearly. There's some concerns here, clearly. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I want to talk about Virginia. Oh my goodness. Y'all ready for this one? You guys ready for this one? We're ready for Virginia. I think because Virginia is like the third one that was voted most. The middle one. Okay. Yeah, let's go into Virginia. Shout out to Saidelas. Thank you for sending me this article. But a lot of people were giving me the heads up about this situation. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need some coffee for this one. So Virginia alleges. I don't know how we got from. Look, I'm gonna be trying. I listen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the girl. I don't know anything. I only know what's been reported was that she was an alleged, the Epstein victim. That's what it's been said. And possibly a Prince Andrew victim. People have said different things. People have had different speculations. People are mad at this girl. I need to understand, like, I'm trying to be mindful of this, okay? She posts that picture and says, I guess, lets people know what's going on with her. And then we went from this to now she's talking about her husband or ex-husband, I think, because she was going through a divorce, right? Let me see if I can pull her IG up. Virginia, here we go. Her picture is still up there. And apparently she has kidney problems, but it's from her husband beating her. People are responding, I hope this woman is okay. She's gone through it, but not having her children would be the greatest pain. I'm praying for her. Okay, so we're going to get right to this article. People do feel some type of way about her, the things that she's putting out there. I don't know. I'm listen, if she's putting it out there, let's talk about it because I think we can. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so Virginia alleges husband has physically abused her for years. I can no longer stay silent. This is an exclusive. So Virginia, victim of accused sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, was involved in a recent car accident that her brother says saved her life. Okay. So Virginia's 41. She's speaking out for the first time about alleged domestic abuse she says she suffered at the hands of her husband, Robert. She recently posted a picture of her bruised face on Instagram, saying that she had been in a road accident and was told she had 4 days to live. Her husband filed a family restraining order against her in February that she has allegedly violated. All right. So here's my question to the chat. Is it possible that what caused the bruising in her face wasn't the accident, but her husband? And so that she gets taken to the hospital or doesn't? I guess I'm confused by this. Okay. But I do have to wonder. She's speaking to people. So we're allowed to speak on this. I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Is it possible that it wasn't a bus? Because remember, police reported that there were no major injuries to this. Is it possible that the girl was violated by her husband, which I thought she was divorced? I didn't know she had, well, I guess this is her new married name, right? Because it was Virginia Roberts before. Say more, say more. Okay, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm looking at the chat to see kind of where you guys are at with this. Okay. Did I go too off the stream? No, I didn't. Okay, because I was looking at the other screen. All right. As controversy swirls about a cryptic Instagram message, Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia recently posted about her deteriorating health following a car crash in Australia. She is now coming forward with allegations of abuse against her husband of 22 years, Robert. Virginia, 41, previously spoke out as a victim of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, who died in his prison cell at the age of 66 in 2019, and his associate Maxwell, 63, who is currently serving a prison sentence for child sex trafficking in connection with Epstein. Virginia says she has been hesitant to speak publicly about the alleged abuse involving her husband until now. Let me refresh that chat because it just went out. Okay. In an exclusive statement to People, Virginia said, I was able to fight back against Maxwell and Epstein, who abused and trafficked me, but I was unable to escape the domestic violence in my marriage until recently. After my husband's latest physical assault, I can no longer stay silent. So this wasn't caused by an accident? Am I hearing this correctly? Gotcha, Kelly. Thank you. Gotcha, Annie. I mean, where do you guys stand with that? No, I don't think so, me and Taz. The driver lady spoke out too? Did she? Okay, I'll have to look for that. I mean, that's Diddy. That's what I'm thinking too, because she's not like that's what's being implied here, right? Ooh. Let me keep going, okay? I mean, I'm going to be really honest with you. It doesn't, to me, this looks like somebody beat her up, okay? It completely heavily bruised. So it looks like she's been beat up. She ended the statement by saying, again, I thank everyone for their support. I have faith that justice will prevail. Her statement comes less than a week after Virginia said on Instagram on March 30th that she was in the hospital near death after the car in which she was riding on March 24th was struck by a school bus going more than 49 miles per hour. I've gone into kidney renal failure, she wrote next to a photo of her lying in a hospital, her face covered in bruises. They've given me 4 days to live, transferring me to a specialist hospital in urology. Well, that was a long time ago now, and I mean, it sounds like hopefully she's going to be okay. That's what I'm hearing. A spokesperson for Virginia confirmed that Virginia reported on January 9, 2025, an assault in Western Australia to police who did not charge Robert for any crime. People have been unable to obtain the incident report. Robert did not respond to people's multiple calls and texts for comments. Speaking exclusively with People, Virginia's brother, Sky Roberts, and his wife, Amanda, both 36, say Virginia, who lives in Australia, is making the allegations because of the severity of her injuries. I think the last incident that they had, she almost died, Amanda says, about the alleged January 9th beating. And we had to speak that truth with her on the phone. And I think she had acknowledged that if she had one more instance with him, she wasn't going to make it out of there. Sky and Amanda, this is Sky and Amanda, okay? Sky and Amanda note that they don't know whether Virginia's medical issues were caused by the crash or complications from a recent beating she allegedly suffered at the hands of her husband, or a combination of two. Let's be clear, she never stated in the bus accident the cause of all her other injuries, but I do think that the bus crash in some way, shape, or form saved her life. It could have been a blessing in disguise. Adding that he doesn't know specifically what happened internally to her. Sky, an auto claims adjuster, says that Virginia's bruising is consistent with the car crash. Nobody said her nobody ever said her liver issues and kidney failure were from that. We still don't know if it is. I'm not a medical professional. That's up to her doctor to determine, he says. Speaking about the damage to Virginia's organs, Sky said, I think that's from years of alleged abuse. You got to think she's been allegedly being abused for over 10 years. Nobody's body is going to take all nobody's sorry, I can't read. Anyone's body is going to take a toll over a course of time. Okay. Let me stop right here. Because this is like a lot, to kind of throw at people. Like last week, we talked about the story, and it was said that she was like dying. Okay. Now we're hearing that there was an accident. That accident did happen, guys. It did happen. But we're hearing that it wasn't from, like, her bruising wasn't from the accident. She's saying that it's from her husband. I thought it was an ex-husband. I thought he was like, they were divorced. Me too, Katie. Me too. I mean, has there been police reports filed for this incident? Has anything been filed for this incident? I need to understand. See, and I'm not too familiar with what's going on. Why didn't the police charge her husband prior to this? Well, even not even prior, Kelly B, but like just in general. Family claimed that she was in despair, thinking she was going to die, but since the publicity has changed this. She does look like she got beat up. About a week before the photo was taken, where's the swelling? Gotcha. Well, her face is messed up, and yes, it looks like being beat up to me. I think for me, yeah, I don't know, guys. You have questions? Well, here's the deal: is like now that the public is like into this, I think now they're gonna want to know. In January, Robert broke her sternum. They were separated, not divorced. Okay, thank you. I thought. Look, sounds like she's a victim of DV, and maybe she's lied to cover up. The thing is I don't even think people would have known anything that would have happened had she not said anything on that post. Beautiful Messy Ball says, so it sounds to me that was an accident. And did scans found injury and illnesses that could be caused from abuse by her husband or drugs in the past? I'm not really sure. It's really hard to tell just from the one photo. Yeah. We are missing a lot of info here. One of the things that I said is seems like we're missing a timeline, which is like important to the details, in my opinion. Evening Star says, "Do you think she's trying to protect him and blamed it on the car crash?" That would make more sense to me, Evening Star. That the lady is trying to, like, because it's not out of the norm if somebody's in a cycle like that. That they'll do anything to protect the person that they love. You know what I mean? That does happen. The royals pay folks to smear and spread lies about her. For me, I try to read her statement specifically because of all the lies. You never know what's true, says random YouTube account. I guess you don't know what's true. Listen, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I have a lot of questions. And maybe the reason why she lied is, or not that she lied, because she didn't. Why she didn't really say everything is maybe she was in fear. I don't know. I don't know. But did they give her a death sentence? I guess that's my question, is like, to put that out there is horrible too. Yeah, Morris, like that's what I'm thinking. That does happen. um the time frame of this is a bit off, right? Like, let me be very real. Like, the timing is off. And she does put everything on social media, but sometimes that's also an outcry for people um that want to be heard. Believe it or not, as crazy as sometimes I think it gets out of hand, sometimes people want to be heard, and the only place that they can do it is on social media. So they'll post things on social media and say different things. I mean, you just don't know. Anything is possible. You said you think it's possible she sent the initial post she was under the influence of an acute meds for her injury from the accident and didn't quite understand the situation. Maybe. We really don't know the laws in Australia work either. Yeah, so I'm reserving a lot of my thoughts. Do I think a lot of this? I'll tell you, I'll be very transparent. Do I think a lot of this is a bit off? Yes, I do. I do. Um, and that's okay. But when if you're doing things like this, people are gonna find out. People are gonna look into it. I mean, it took them a minute to pick this story up. I'm gonna be honest with you. But the internet will find out, right? Like the internet is forever, guys. When you put things out here like this, people will go out there and they'll correct information or look for information. So yeah, people will find out. And it further goes to her husband. Her husband is really wealthy. Does Janine, do you know if her husband has custody of her kids too? Because if he's out here like hurting her the way that she is displayed, if she's saying she's not directly, okay, I think this is the problem that I have. Here's the deal. We're seeing her bruising, right? With the report from the police, they're saying that it's like minor. There were no accidents or minor accidents reported. Then we see these photos, right? Um the problem that I have, and this is just me thinking out loud, is that if there's a custody issue, he has access to the kids and he's gotten physical with you. What do you think he's doing to those kids? Like, I'm a little concerned that she hasn't I know she hasn't filed a report, but this is why CPS gets involved sometimes in situations like that. If you can't self-protect, how are you expected to protect your own kids? If he's putting his hands on you, and I'm assuming here because she hasn't said it outright, but if he's putting hands on her and leaving her like this, I'm just going to say that. How do you know that if she can't self-protect, she can't protect those kids? Does that make sense? And he's got custody of those kids. Okay, 15 being the youngest. I don't know what the laws look like in Australia for CPS, but if there is any type of DV, this is the stuff that they evaluate. Okay, so keep that in mind. I mean, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about that. It's pretty average in Australia. Yeah, like we can't expect her. She's literally, look at you. Y'all see her physical. If allegedly, if it looks like he is putting hands on her, how can she self-protect? How can she protect anybody else if she can't self-protect? If she can't also, call the police or do something or get a restraining order and stuff like that. These are things that people look at. Okay. Keep that in mind. Not a 20-year-old. I'm talking about the other ones, the 17-year-old and the 15-year-old, not the 20-year-old. None of your business, not the 20-year-old. The 20-year-old, clearly that's not an issue. 20-year-old can leave the property. They're adults. I'm literally talking about anybody under the age of, you know, 17, under the age of 18. 1 in 6 women experience DV in Australia. Interesting. Um, he's been turning the kids against her. Wow. Listen, I'm just throwing this out there. I have a lot of questions. That's all. PSA: if you know of kids in danger, file a police report. It needs to be tracked to help kids in danger. Yes, Itchy Thayton, thank you. So just keep that in mind. I mean, it's just thinking out loud. Let me keep reading because I don't know the history with her husband or ex-husband, or I guess they're separated. So, alleged marriage troubles. Virginia has been having marital issues for a while, and in August 2023 or so, separated from Robert, the father of her 3 children, ages 19, 16, and 15. Okay, so the 19-year-old, is an adult at this point, right? 16 and 15 are not. During a trip to celebrate one of the children's birthday in January, Robert allegedly beat Virginia so severely she was left with a cracked sternum and perforated eye. Among other injuries, they say she was transported to the hospital for her injuries, her spokeswoman says. So this happened in front of them? This happened in front of them? I'm confused. Okay. To the family's shock, they say Robert quickly filed a family violence restraining order against her, alleging that she had become violent with him. He just put his in place first. Now she's on the defense. She was accused of breaching the restraining order by texting Robert on February 2nd. Okay. Addressing critics to say Virginia is coming forward with this now because she wants to avoid going to the magistrate court on April 9th to address the alleged restraining order violation. Sky says that is dangerous thinking. It is going to take her to die for people to believe her, or can you just simply be a human and look at the facts and understand that this is somebody that legitimately got into an accident, legitimately had underlying issues? Okay, so controversial past. Look at what people did a deep dive on her. All right, then. There's people. Let's go. After her last Instagram post, Virginia has been accused of exaggerating and even lying about the accident and her health. And her health. On Tuesday, April 1st, okay, her family clarified in a statement obtained by People that Virginia thought she had posted the message on a private social media page and not on Instagram. Not only was she likely on pain medication in the hospital when she sent the message, says Sky, but she was feeling despondent and depressed over not being able to be with her children ages 19, 16, and 15, who are the most important thing in her life. He clarified that his sister was told by a doctor that if she did not continue to receive care, she would only have 4 days to live. Okay, hold up. That's different than what we've all been told. He clarifies that his sister told him. He clarified that his sister was told by one doctor that if she did not continue to receive care, she would only have 4 days to live. He says she remains in the hospital where she is continuing to receive treatment. She is marginally better, but still in serious condition. Virginia became a public figure. We kind of know her history at this point. I'm not going to revisit that, but okay. All right. Well, I hope she filed the police report. You said they have a restraining order against each other. You're not the only one, Nanya. There's a lot of people who said that they don't believe anything she says, and there's people that do. But I think the whole situation is pretty sad. I'll say that much, but I don't know. I wasn't there. And I can't even speak to any of that because I wasn't there, y'all. I really wasn't. I think that there's just a lot to this, and hopefully we'll get an update here pretty soon. And I first of all, I hope that she makes it out okay, and that she takes care of herself and that she self-protects and is protective of her children, the other ones. And if she doesn't have custody of them, then I hope she figures that out, because that's a really sad situation to have somebody put hands on you and you're not able to intervene in the, you know, in that situation. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. That's kind of where I'm at with this whole situation. All right. We have to talk. We have to talk. Let's move on to Diddy. So, Diddy news, we had this situation with this third superseding indictment. Okay. Third superseding indictment. And that was a thing. And it just, I have to say, I like, wow. Wow. And now more people are coming out. So Terrence Howard is speaking out, I guess. I don't know. Apparently that Diddy tried to, was hitting on him. I don't really know. But let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Terrence Howard, Diddy tried to F me, but I kept my man card. Diddy tried to F me, but I kept my man card. I don't know what a man card is. What is a man card? Let me know. My goodness. Let me see if we could play it. Hold up. What is the man card? If y'all can define that to me, I'm not shocked, honestly. Yeah, I mean, but he said I kept my man card. I don't know what to make of it. Hold up. These stupid commercials. Hurry up, DSW. All right, go buy some shoes. Here we go. Maybe. I don't know.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Oh my God. Hold up. Night Charm says, I believe this for one reason and only one reason, LOL. If y'all saw that movie Terrence was with 50 Cent and the shower scene, Terrence ain't working with a lot in the front, so Diddy would be, oh my God. Interested in the back. Oh, yes. Please stop. Please. Oh my God. Yo. Right, Saidela. You said Terrence has been accused of the same? Really? Kelly B, what do you mean? When that happened? I've never heard of Terrence. What? I just don't like the whole real man, but that's just me though. But Terrence just gave a glimpse into what he said was the dark side of Hollywood. And one example he used from his personal experience was none other than Diddy. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question, okay? Here's a question that I have. He has? Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. I didn't know that. I think I was listening a little bit to what BJ was saying, right? And I have to kind of wonder, like, is this about his, this isn't about his sexuality, right? Like, nobody cares about Diddy's sexuality or him being a certain way in the bedroom or something like that. You said Terrence has his nerves. Really? So I'm just kind of wondering, like, what are we making of this? You think that's victim blaming in your opinion? Say more. The issue with Hollywood is that some men have to give up to get further in their careers the same way as women. We just don't ever hear about Maybe we hear more from women than men. But I do think that men have to give it up more too. I mean, it doesn't sound like Terrence had to, but hold up. Now, Terrence, now you guys are going to make me look this up. Terrence Howard allegations. So he was arrested back in 2001 for a variety of charges related to a violent attack on his estranged wife, including simple assault, terroristic threats, harassment, and stalking. So that was back in 2001, I think. Mm. But that's the thing in Hollywood, right? Yeah, I don't think we care about Diddy's sexuality. And I think that Diddy's attorneys are going to use things like this to kind of say, well, like, look, this whole man card thing, when it's really about people that have been violated, excuse me, at least victims that we know of. That's just my thought. I've noticed that it is about sexuality for a bunch of people. The horrifying part of them is two males together as opposed to R. Yeah. This is a good way to put it. It's like, you know, I don't know, man. Um, you said sexuality is something to do with the hard-boiled egg. Oh, don't forget this piece too. Oh, how quickly we forget. Oh my God. Speaking of that, so I was watching a clip. I'm gonna have to do it. It's a separate video that I'm working on with Russell, Brand. Russell Brand. You guys know about the egg situation, right? And now he's like he's just trashing Diddy now. Then I'm just like, sir, you were with the fuck shit. What do you mean? Like, this is the thing, is I don't get it. You don't get to be charged. And again, he'll have his day in court, but it's like, you don't get to be charged and then act like, because God, suddenly you're not part of them. Yeah, pot, exactly. Pot or kettle type of situation. It's really weird. It's really weird. Aduko, I heard this too. In the industry specifically. Yeah, you remember the egg with Russell? Listen, I need to do a pre-recorded video with Russell. That's on my list. I just finished a Liam Payne video. Oh my God, I'm so tired. That's why it took me forever to go live, because I was so tired last night. I was up working. Yeah, so it is. Didn't he officially get accused today? He's so gross. Yesterday he was officially charged. The thing about talking about Russell Brand is, because he's on YouTube, it's really hard to get, basically, what's the word, shadow ban, because he's really good about doing things like that. You could have gone your whole life with, the whole thing with Russell and the egg. Hold up, Russell and the egg. Yeah, I mean, look. He's not only holding an egg, he's kissing the egg, okay? Like, don't get it twisted, okay? That's him holding and kissing the egg. Let me see if I could play this. Let's see. Make myself smaller. Okay. All right. Let's visit this right here. Select two objects that are the same shape. Oh my God, why do you make me do this? This one and this one. Ta-da. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Let's go back a little bit. Here it is.
For years, and we were just now noticing.
I'm sorry, Pops. You okay?
Let me mute that because copyright. Okay. So I guess they were like in a movie together. Were they in a movie together? I don't even remember this. How long ago was this? This was Russell Brand in his era with this guy right here, who's also been in a lot of movies. He was in the movies with DiCaprio too. Hold up, let's see. Are we gonna play the egg thing? Let's see. Here it is. There you go. There you go. And then what's the thing about the egg? Let the people know what they do with the egg. Let me know. Russell Brand egg. What do you do with the egg? Does anybody know what they do with the egg? I'm asking. I wonder if anybody in the chat is going to answer what you guys do with the egg. What do you do with the egg? Why was he holding an egg? What's the deal with the egg? Let me go ahead, Tabby Cat. Answer. What were they supposed to do with the egg? Scramble eggs? I don't know. Let me know. I don't. Thank you. They test if a man is ready. Thank you. See, Sandra and Night Charm got it. That's what they do with the egg. They test to see if you're ready. Ready for what? Y'all can fill in the blank for that. No hablo She's like, listen, I don't speak no hablo English, okay? Eggs, baby oil, all of the above. Listen. That's why eggs are expensive right now. I wonder why the price went up on eggs. I don't know. You know what, dirty bitch? I don't even want to know. Honestly, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh my God, Andrew. Do they use eggs instead of gerbils? Oh, oh man. Eggs are expensive. That's a waste of eggs, But that was back in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? People didn't even think that eggs would go up in price. Just like, I don't know. Can't do that. Can't do that. It's a bizarre thing, that's for sure. Yeah, careful what you search. Listen, I don't need to listen. I need to be careful. I'm telling you, man. I swear. I was like, let me not be implicated in a murder or anything like that, because they'll be looking at my search engine on Google and I'm in trouble. As somebody who's always looking at weird shit and reporting weird things sometimes and looking at things, I would be in trouble. Be in trouble. Yes, if the egg cracks, not enough work. Anyways, that's going to be a whole different video. We'll talk about that at some point. The whole egg thing, because I was like, let me look into that. Maybe that might be a video for tomorrow. We'll see. You guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments of all these topics we've talked about today. Hold up. Let me shout out some people. Morris, thank you. Joe, thank you. Stephanie. Last Ronin, thank you. I hope the UFC fight was great. Didi, thank you so much, love. Shout out to everybody, y'all. I have to go because I got to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired. I tell you, I didn't get enough sleep last night. I need to go to bed. Can you guys do me a favor? Hit the like button. You still waiting for Bruce? My voice is like unplugged. I can't do Bruce today. We'll have to do it maybe next weekend for sure. I need to bring out Bruce. We'll do something. We'll do something with Bruce. You guys have a good night. I gotta go, but hit the like button and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Bye.